Hello, I'm going to talk about the case study I did for this class. The website that I chose to do was the San Francisco Public Library. And my goal was to redesign their website, their information architecture, to be a more streamlined experience. And given their goals to provide free and equal access to information, knowledge, and independent learning for a diverse community, I focused on being able to make it more accessible for all the possible users that could be wanting to go to this website. So the process was divided in 5 stages: discovering needs, evaluating, analyzing the existing information architecture and sitemap. And with that, I would then synthesize the findings and create my own sitemap, which I would test, refine, validate, and then design the navigation. And in the end, I came up with an information architecture and with a couple of wireframes to show you. With the first 2 stages, I began by looking at what was already there. I did notice that a couple of pages were too many levels in, which hurt with being able to find them. Another main issue that I found was that there were many overlapping pages with the same function. For example, and I'll come back to this later, pages that would be used for searching for books and materials, there were a lot of them. And I wanted to see if I could reduce that to avoid confusion. So I wanted to move pages up and then rethink the number of pages that would be used for the same thing. And here is how it's currently looking, just so you have an idea. They had a search bar for books or their catalog and then the main site, and then these are the tabs. In the next stages, I asked people to complete card sorts, both in person and online, to sort 30 tasks and create the labels that they would think would be appropriate, or the categories that would be appropriate for those tasks. To my surprise, people created labels such as calendar and community, which were not previously there. And a couple of participants created a label called catalog, which I thought was the perfect name for that group that I was trying to envision for all those overlapping pages. So after that, I created this sitemap of how things would work. And then I tested it again with another tree test and found that overall the success rates improved significantly in terms of correctness and directness. I did move all the pages to be at most 2 levels in, and not more than that. And we can see here that there were a lot more successes and directness, even though there was only one correct page for the task, as opposed to previously there might have been 2 or more. As my last stage, it was to think of the organizational schema and navigation. And for that, I did keep this global search, but I made it more prominent and just highlighted the 2 options that I wanted to be able to search, either the catalog or the site. I kept this because I thought it was a pretty important thing for a library website to be able to search for books and also the site. But then I moved all the labels into the hamburger menu. It would help with if they ever wanted to move this to an app or a mobile version, the hamburger menu. And this also allowed me to create a big dropdown that allows all the labels to be there in plain sight, so you don't have to guess which one it's under. It allows the labels to be a bit wider, lengthier, so that it's more descriptive, less room for error. And again, you can just see all of them at once as opposed to having to guess where it's under. Wrapping up, I do think this meets the business goals of providing equal access to information to the diverse community. We saw that with the success rates and directness. And I made sure to keep in mind the accessibility to be able to be used by everyone. And I do think that this meets that pretty well with the drop-down menu and the search bar, and also how the labels were worded. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching.